Hi, this is Bill Watkins. We've been looking for the last few days in 1 Peter chapter 4. We looked in verses 1 and 2 that Christ died for us and that we've died to the world, and therefore we ought to live not for the lust of the world, but for the will of God. Now, beginning in verse 3 and in verse 4, listen to what he says next. For we have spent enough of our past lifetime in doing the will of the Gentiles, that is, living like the rest of the world. When we walked in lewdness, lust, drunkenness, revelings, drunken parties, and abominable idolatries, which was characteristic not just of the ancient world, but of the ancient religious world as well. He says in verse 4, in regard to these, they think it strange that you do not run with them in the same flood of dissipation, speaking evil of you. I remember talking to a man who was begging on the street, and he was smoking a cigarette, and I said, if you have money to buy a cigarette, then why would I give you money to buy food? And he said, I didn't buy the cigarette. He said, there are people who will buy me a drink and people who will give me a cigarette who will not give me food. The fact is that the world wants you to be like them. They want you to do what they do, and to live in another way means that the world feels intimidated by what you do. That means that they might speak evil of you if you don't do what they do. Don't be afraid of what the world says about you. Think instead about what God says about you. That's the thing to concentrate on today. Thanks for watching.